For this tutorial, you should have already downloaded the new script guidelines and new script template files and placed them in your project folder. Open the new script template in a word processing program such as OpenOffice and use the Save As command to save a copy for the project. I'm going to place it in my Google Drive project folder for News Volleyball. I'm going to go ahead and give it a name, News Volleyball, and my name. And then I'm going to save it. If you're prompted to keep the current format, go ahead and click Keep Current Format. I'm going to start by filling in the header information. So go ahead and fill in both the story title, in this case I've given it the name Girls Volleyball, put in the date, put in the name of the reporter-writer, and go ahead and put in the name of the videographer-editor for your story. Once the header is filled in, save your script, then open your Adobe Premiere CS6 News Story project. Before you begin writing your script, you should have selected sound bites, refined them, and placed them on your timeline in the order that will appear in your story. You should have also grouped them if necessary and left spaces between the groups. In this example, I have 3 groups and 1 soundbite that's all by itself. Your first step in writing the script will be to create a transcription of each of your sound bites. Transcription is a word-for-word written record of what has been said. Select your first sound bite, go just before it starts, and go ahead and play the first few words.
We are drawing to the end of the season.
We're drawing to the end of the season is what I've heard. So now I'm going to switch to my script document. A shortcut is to use the Command key on your keyboard and then press Tab once until you get back to your word processing program. And as you can see, I've got several programs open. I'm just going to switch back to OpenOffice and release the Command key. Now, click in the first row that says SOT name. Remember, SOT stands for sound on tape. It's similar to soundbite. And we're just going to start typing right here. I'm going to go back and check what I just wrote.
We are drawing to the end of the season.
Okay, so we're drawing to the end of the season.
And we're going out with a bang.
And we're going out with a bang. Now notice what I'm doing is I'm using that Command Tab key combination to just switch between my word processing document and Premiere. I'm just playing a little piece of it at a time so that I'll know what has been said. Once I've gotten that first soundbite, I'm going to go back and hear the person's name. So I'll double click on it and I'll scroll to the beginning. If I need to, I'll have to go ahead and zoom this out so that I can see more than just the portion that I actually chose for the soundbite. You can see if I zoom it all the way out, I can see the entire clip. I can scroll back to the beginning and go to where the person who was interviewed stated their name and gave me the spelling. And to save some time, I've already gone ahead and done that. I know this is Leslie. And I also know that her title and affiliation, she's a student here at James Logan, and she's part of the class of 2014. So I just type that here in the video column. So again, you want to go ahead and type exactly what's being said in your first soundbite, and then go back to your background questions and find out what the name of the person is, how they spell it, and also what their title and affiliation is. And remember, when you're dealing with a student, the title and affiliation will just be the year they plan to graduate. And you should state it like this, class of, and whatever the year is for the class. When you finish transcribing the first soundbite, go back to Premiere and play your second soundbite.
Yeah, we're pretty pumped.
Do the same thing, switch back. If you have 2 soundbites in a row, just stay in that same row, hit return, type SOT name, put a colon, and then type. And I'll check it in Premiere.
We're hoping to win tonight.
And make sure that you check the playback to make sure that it matches what you've written. Go back to your background questions, get the person's name and title, and continue through, grouping sound bites together when they are. Whenever you get to a space, For example, here's my gap here. That would be where the reporter track would be. So you'll skip this section on your script and you'll start typing that next soundbite here. So make sure you've gone through your entire timeline, transcribing each of the sound bites that you chose and refined and put in the order that will tell your story. They're going to help tell your story. When you're done transcribing all of your sound bites, you should have a script that looks similar to this. You've got the names of the speakers in the left-hand column, the video column, along with their titles. In this case, class of 2014, the years that they're graduating. These are all seniors. You've got the sound bites grouped according to the way they were grouped on your timeline. Now what you need to do before you finish up with your transcription is to make sure that next to where the soundbite starts, next to where it says SOT name, you replace that name with the name of the person you've identified in the video column. So I'll just copy this one and paste it in here. And you want to go through the entire script and make sure that you've got those pasted in there. Now I'm not going to complete all these right now. When you're all done, make sure you've double-checked everything. Make sure you've gone through your timeline one more time to make sure that all the sound bites are accurate. Go ahead and save your script and then start the next tutorial.